Hey, I'm Ben. Coming up, we're talking Gen Z Diet Coke parties, the gold at Fort Knox, Trump Mobile, plus Ballmaxxing? All that and more. But first, some good news. New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani announced this week that the city has closed its $12 trillion budget deficit without closing any city services. Even more good news, you can still get peed on by a crackhead on the BDFM. I'm sorry, was that insensitive? I meant unhoused. Never changed, New York. It's news dump. I'm being told the technical term for crackhead is person experiencing substance use disorder, not unhoused. Whatever, we're not going woke around here. Welcome back. Every day this week, I gave myself an hour a day on the internet just to scroll, see what people are talking about, then log off and write jokes. This is my weekly show to share what I came up with and get better at writing in front of whoever shows up. And thank you for showing up. All right, let's get to the news. Thirsty for alcohol-free experiences and more options for social gatherings, some Gen Zers in India are now hosting Diet Coke parties. It started out as a joke, but tickets were sold out, and attendees showed up wearing Coke-themed outfits, danced to house and pop music, and made their own Diet Coke concoctions inspired by Dua Lipa. I get it. It's a stressful world, and everyone copes with that differently. Me? My coping mechanism is drinking and joking. Everything's stupid. I'm gonna be getting drunk, Houdini. Wait, should I bring back the but first a cocktail segment? I don't know. I haven't been filming these things at a time conducive to drinking lately, so let me know in the comments if you want to have a drink together. So, TBD. Anyway, back to whatever this is. Of course, that was a Dua Lipa song, but I heard Houdini is also the name of Lindsey Graham's favorite glory hole. Meanwhile, here in the United States, Gen Z is responding to stress in the most American way possible, by ripping butts, burning heaters, and blowing darts. That's right, smoking is cool again. USA, USA, US. Okay. In a world where nothing seems rational and the future is grim, have your fridge cig, or a smooth, sublime cigarette. Unless you're Donald Trump, who gets his jollies at his little Miss Universe pageants. Everyone's got their something. Speaking of which, Trump says he wants to travel to Fort Knox and give the vaults the old looky-loo so he can make sure the gold is still there, because in his words, they steal a lot. He didn't say who they is, which sounds like classic pre-heist rhetoric. I don't know, maybe they is a leprechaun, but don't go looking for this pot of gold, my guy, or you'll end up at a Trump hotel in the fetal position, soggy and crying. Poor little fella. Moving on. By this point, we've all heard of looksmaxxing, the weird self-improvement practice popular with young, far-right men. But, and this is probably going to make you want to die a little, have you heard of ballmaxxing? There's a whole subreddit dedicated to what they call saline inflation, the noble pursuit of the biggest balls possible. It turns out, it's just a bunch of dudes who are hung like Chip and Dale. I have an idea. How about we keep that shit to ourselves? Fellas, we don't have to share all that. I mean, by God, back in my day, Lance Armstrong won 7 Tour de France's with 1. Now, you're on the internet talking about doing arts and crafts with yours. Speaking of which, if you really want to blow up your balloons, today's video is brought to you by Not Hims. If there's anyone who would sponsor this nonsense, it's Hims. Hims. I'll read your ads. Speaking of dickless wonders, let's talk about the Virginia Democrats. Oh wait, is that one I ran out of time on? Oh well, we can keep it in. The sentiment is the same. Anyway, a year ago, MAGA followers put down $100 deposits for a Trump-branded gold phone, and not one has shipped. This week, Trump Mobile quietly rewrote its fine print to say the phone may never be made, and MAGAs are big mad. They're really posting through it. But they do get a consolation prize. DJ TJ will send them a daily personalized dick pic. No supplemental graphics for that one. Also this week, health officials are monitoring a Hantavirus outbreak tied to a luxury cruise ship, including cases in people who were never on the ship to begin with. For context, Hantavirus is spread through rodent droppings, which means somewhere on this luxury vacation, someone was breathing rat feces near the buffet. Medically speaking, that's a poop cruise. And maybe it's just me, but I don't need to spend $4,000 for that experience. I just scroll the internet for an hour, turn on my camera, and, technically speaking, take a news dump. Finally this week, we learned Kash Patel's work trip to Hawaii last summer included a VIP snorkel excursion at, get this, a Pearl Harbor memorial, which is a fitting metaphor for Kash's career. Dead in the water. Alright, those are the jokes I came up with this week. Got better one-liners that call out the weirdness of the world we live in? Leave them in the comments. Also, you should like and subscribe. But for now, it's time for me to log off. Cheers. Bye.